Very good evening and welcome to the moat side for Merstham against Dulwich Hamlet. The players are just making their way out onto the pitch. It's a 7:45 kick-off this evening. Alongside me, James Cummins and Malcolm Porter, the South Park manager. And it'll be another tough test for Merstham this evening. Obviously at the wrong end of the table as far as they're concerned. They'll be still looking at that 62 points that they got last season as their target. And for Dulwich, they'll be looking to go secure their place first of all in the playoffs and then go into those playoffs with momentum. And Malcolm, we saw last week the way Merstham started the game by pressing really high against Leiston, forcing Leiston to go long. Be interested to see how they start the game today, if they start with that high energy.
No, absolutely. I think the psychology of this game is really interesting. I think when you consider, as Mick said back in March, that Dulwich beat them 5-0. There's Dulwich know a lot of these guys have come through Gavin Rose's academy, and they're going to want to make a far better account of themselves than they did in the last match. So, as you say, it'd be interesting to see Hayden's tactics, whether he decides that he wants to press high or whether he's going to sit off and try and soak up the pressure and take the game to kind of Dulwich in the later stages.
James, Dulwich Hamlet, they're in great form. They're up there again in the playoffs. You know, the last 2 years they've experienced a semi-final loss last year, losing in the final. They'll be really looking to get that momentum and go one better this season.
Absolutely, they have the squad. They have the potential of getting into the playoffs and staying there. Really, if you look at the teams around them, it's really close between 3rd and 10th. For example, Leiston, who's ahead of them, 71 points only by goal difference. Then you go to Enfield Town, 69. Wingate Finchley also on 69 points. Then you've got Tunbridge Angels on 68, the same as Needham Market. So it's all really to play for.
And it's Merstham against Dulwich Hamlet in the Ryman Premier League, and it is a really important game for both teams, especially for Dulwich Hamlet, looking to secure that playoff place. And as you mentioned, it is very close, very tight up there. So it is Merstham that kick us off tonight.
Great asset to have, isn't it? I mean, the fact you can get goals from everywhere. I mean, as you saw with Leiston last week, when you rely too much on one player and they don't deliver, you get beaten. But when you've got a number of players that can step in with goals, it can help.
This is where the problem maybe where Merstham have, the fact they don't have other players to rely on, like the fact that Dulwich have. They've really sort of suffered since Charlie Penny was injured and out for the rest of the season. That's where Dulwich should be able to capitalise on, that they have so many players in different positions where they've relied on goals for.
Yeah, Clunis has got the ball now and he'll try and play it into DeMarco, who gets the ball on the near side. He's managed to do a little trick and get past Goff. Looks like it might have been a free kick. So it's a great ball across the 6-yard box and Gavin Tomlin sticks it away, and it is 1-0 to Dulwich Hamlet. Great finish from Gavin Tomlin from 6 yards. I thought it was a foul to Merstham, but in the end the referee played the advantage and the ball was put into the box by DeMarco and then finished off inside the 6-yard box. And it's 1-0 to Dulwich Hamlet as we approach the first 15 minutes of the game. And that came from a simple ball through from Clunis and into DeMarco, who just managed to get the better of Goff. And he strode past Goff. The linesman flag went up, but it was the referee that played advantage, played across the 6-yard box, and it was tapped home neatly in the end. In his strength to get the ball back, and Dan Bennett can have another go at the defence, and it's now on this near side, and it's with Reece Hall, and it's a really poor effort in the end with his left foot. Didn't quite fall for Reece Hall inside the 18-yard box, and it just flicked off his left boot, and in the end it didn't trouble Phil Wilson in the Dulwich goal. With Reece Hall on this near side, and he looked to get the ball in, plenty of Merstham players in the middle. It goes towards Dean McDonald, and it's well headed away by Chambers, who gets the ball out of the danger area. Merstham still have it though on the far side, and it's with Adai who looks to get the cross in, and it does get the cross in, and it's a great cross, and it just flicks off the head of Dan Bennett, and eventually Kavanagh will strike towards goal, and it's well over. But a really good opportunity there for Merstham.
Yeah, no, they did well. Reece did well down the left-hand side. Good cross in, a bit long, and then the second ball came back in. Unfortunately, all the Merstham players had kind of gone in a bit too quickly, got under the ball, and Dulwich managed to clear it.
It goes straight back in towards that Merstham box, and it's brought down by DeMarco on the edge of the box, and he'll play the ball onto the far side, and again it's a chance for Dulwich to get a cross in. They do, and it's a great header, and it's a fantastic save. Brilliant save there by the Merstham keeper, McKesey, and it was a great cross, fantastic cross by Dulwich. It floated into the box. It was a powerful header and a brilliant save by McKesey, who stretched across with his right hand to flick that ball away and out of the danger area. Clunis is into the box now. He's looked really dangerous, and he goes down under the tackle, and the referee just tells him to get up to his feet. It's no booking for Clunis. He did go down rather easily there, just inside the 18-yard box, and the referee straight away waved for him to get himself up to on his feet, and Merstham come away with the ball, and it's with Dulwich into the box, and the keeper comes out, and it's cleared off the line by Mark Okoye, and Mackenzie came out, and Mark Okoye to his rescue there, cleared it off the line. It was really poor goalkeeping from Merstham.
Awful stuff there from Mackenzie, who's been brilliant so far in this first half, but great defensive work there from McCoy, and the Dulwich fans behind the Merstham goal thought it was going to be goal number 2, but it wasn't to be, Ben.
It's a free kick on the far side, just outside the 18-yard box, and Dan Bennett is over the free kick. He'll look to float the ball into the middle. It's a decent free kick. It's flicked off Simon Cooper, but it's just gone wide of the post. It must have come off a Dulwich player last, though, as the referee points for a corner. There's certainly some men to aim for, Mark Okoye being one of them in the middle in the 6-yard box, and it does go towards Okoye. It's a good header from Mark Okoye, and it's just floated over the top of the bar, and he did well to get onto the end of that.
No, absolutely. I think when you look just from a height perspective, kind of Dulwich are a far bigger team than Merstham are, and Mark's the kind of the biggest Merstham player, so you'd expect at those situations that Mark Okoye is going to be the main target, and when you're the main target, you've got the normally Dulwich's best player marking you. So
yeah, Simon Cooper has the ball at the moment. It's back to Mark Okoye as Merstham look to get some control on this game in the second half, and Okoye does well and plays it in towards McDonald. Nice little flick on towards Bennett, and it's played all the way over to that far side and will go all the way across to Kavanagh. We'll look for Douglas on the left back position and flicks the ball inside to McDonald, who has a nice little turn and run at the Dulwich defence into the 18-yard box, and it's a great little turn from McDonald. It's played across there to Reece Hall. It's a great strike, and it's a fantastic finish from Reece Hall. Really great play from Merstham, and it was great play from the returning Dean McDonald. Lovely twist and turn from Dean McDonald on the edge of the 18-yard box. He managed to get a little bit of space, played it across to Reece Hall. It was a first-time finish, low drive from Reece Hall into the net, and Merstham back into the game, 1-1.
Yeah, far more incisive play by Merstham there in the final third. As you say, the ball went out to McDonald, really lively around the Dulwich defender, overcommitted himself, played the ball inside, a dummy by one of the other Merstham players, and then Hall with a great finish, bottom corner, really didn't give the keeper much of a chance. Game on.
So it will be Xavier Vidal for Merstham. What can he do on the edge of the 18-yard box? He steps up, it's a great free kick, and it's a great hit. It is only just over the bar from Vidal. It was a really good free kick. He nonchalantly stepped up to hit that one, and it was just over the bar. And although Phil Wilson didn't move, you think that if that was on target, that would have been.
He was not getting to that. He was not getting to that. You could see, I mean, in fairness, the way that he was shaping up and the space that Wilson gave him to aim for, there's no way he was getting across to that. That was unlucky.
We'll be keen to get a winner in this game as Alex Adai comes forward and spreads the ball across to the far side to the dangerous Dean McDonald, who gets a little bit of a chance to do a drag back into the 18-yard box, and it's a fine challenge in the end by the Dulwich player, and that had to be good inside the 18-yard box. And again, a great piece of trickery from Dean McDonald.
No, he did really well there. You could see him stand up the big Dulwich centre-back Daraji and then drive at him. But that was a fantastic recovery and a great tackle. Great tackle.
Yeah, had to get that one right inside the 18-yard box, and he did. And the linesman's now flagged and said that it's a free kick to Dulwich on that far side. Quite some way out of the 18-yard box. They'll be looking to get this into the box. Now they play it down the wing and look to get it in this way. They do flick it into the box. It's easily knocked down. Great opportunity for Dulwich here, and eventually it's cleared by Xavier Vidal. A little bit better, I think, is fair to say, from Merstham in this half.
Merstham have been far improved from what they did in the first half. I think that the key now is obviously having that ability to continue to do that now for the rest of it, because as you can see, Dulwich have got a fair amount of quality in terms of what they do, and all it takes is one mistake or one mix-up. Here we go.
Yeah, Tomlin on the far side coming towards the 18-yard box. Great chance for Dulwich right now. Tomlin's going to be in, and he scores! And it's 2-1 to Dulwich Hamlet, and it was a great finish. And it's 2 for Tomlin. Really dangerous player, and it was a great ball on the far side into Tomlin. They caught out the Merstham defence, and Tomlin ran into the box, and it was just a neat finish from Tomlin into the bottom corner, and it's 2-1 to Dulwich Hamlet.
All that hard work put to waste by one mistake by Goff. A relatively easy ball played forward, just didn't defend it well. Tomlin gets onto it, and slots it under the keeper, and Merstham will work so hard to get back into the game, to concede a goal like that.
All that great start to the second half, that mistake from Goff, and for a player of Gavin Tomlin's experience, the ex-Crawley man, over 250 league appearances before he signed for Dulwich Hamlet, makes no mistake, passes the Merstham keeper, and it's the South London side that have the advantage yet again here at the Mode side. 2-1 Dulwich.
It is a corner, floated into the box, and Dulwich Hamlet flicked the ball into the net, and it's a third goal, and the referee is trying to get the Dulwich players out of their supporters. And again, we mentioned it, Marchese, the keeper, came out, didn't get there, and it was flicked in easily to the goal.
Yeah, I think it was a right back number 2, Braithwaite there. It was it's poorly defended there by Merstham. Keeper didn't come out, and I mean he's probably one of the smaller players they've got, and they obviously work man match-up advantage on him.
But Marchese in the Merstham goal really had no chance at all, and Mark Weatherston, again one of the smallest men on the pitch, able to rise highest.
Dulwich have gradually turned the screw.
Back it will go to the Dulwich defence, and it's with Chambers, the dominant figure of Chambers at the back there, spreads the ball across, and it's now on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's a lovely little flick, and Dulwich have got an opportunity to score another one here, and it's just into the side netting, but a great piece of play, and it was started by Chambers at the back. Neat, intricate passing from Dulwich into the box, and it's a good shot in the end and just into the side netting. Dulwich have yet another corner. It's been quite a few.
They'll be aiming for that tall head of Chambers.
And it's in there, and it is
and
towards Chambers,
went for him.
and it flicked off his head, but not in the right direction. It's played well over, and Chambers will get the ball down again, and this time Chambers makes no mistake, and Dulwich Hamlet have their fourth, and it was played in towards Chambers the first time. It flicked off his head, went in the wrong direction. It was carefully placed up in the air towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Chambers rose, and he was really unchallenged by the Merstham players, and he just nodded the ball down to the far corner of the net, and it's Merstham 1, Dulwich Hamlet 4.
Yeah, probably a catalogue of errors there that Hayden wouldn't be happy about. One, they didn't switch on quick enough to the short corner. The ball comes in, they clear it. They don't get their line up quick enough. Ultimately, when you clear the ball, you've got to be aware of where your man is, so when the ball comes back in like it did there, you've got to be out of challenge. But you've got a 6'5" guy coming in there with a header, Chambers, and there's no one around him, and that's just not what Hayden or Merstham will want.
As Merstham look to come forward and get one of their own, and just comes off the post, but the linesman's flag is up, and it would have been offside anyway, but it was a decent effort and just came off the edge of the post, but wouldn't have counted. These games are really important at both ends of the table.
Again.
And Dulwich are away again. This looks dangerous, and they're over on the far side coming into the box, and it's just dragged across, and Mark Okoye misses it, and it just goes all the way across that 6-yard box.
Could have fallen for Sakatcha, but he's got the ball now here on the near side.
And he's floated the ball into the edge of the box, and it's going to fall to have a strike on the edge of the area. It's well blocked, and eventually Merstham will get it away. Dulwich can make their way forward with a substitute, Sakatcha, who's down on this near side, and it could be an opportunity for a 5th goal here for Sakatcha into the 18-yard box. He turns and finds his strike partner, who lays the ball down towards the far corner, and it's a comfortable save by Marchese in the end, and it's a really poor ball from Mark Okoye, and it's fallen to Dulwich on the edge of the box, 18-yard box, just a twist and a turn, and it's a comfortable save again in the end, and it was a good twist and turn from Kamara, and managed to get the shot off, but comfortable save from the keeper. It's finished here at the Moat side. Merstham 1, Dulwich Hamlet 4. Really impressive performance from Dulwich Hamlet tonight. They'll be hoping it's 3rd time lucky in the playoffs this season, and a really, really impressive performance from them tonight. And Mick Sullivan, the Merstham assistant manager, has joined us. It was a tough game from start to finish.
I still think we were in the game and we were competing. Come out in the second half with a bit between our teeth, and basically I thought took control of it for the first sort of 15-20 minutes, and it only looked like us that was probably going to win it. And of course, mix up at the back, and I think it just drained all our confidence and whatever energy we had left. And to be fair, that's a dynamic Dulwich now. That's not like a passy side no more. That's got dynamic dynamic players in it, and they went for us. And this wasn't a game we wanted to win it, of course, but in all honesty, we'd have been happy with a draw. But obviously, we've got to look at Lowestoft and Grays as the two teams we've got to try and pick some points up from.
We better let you go because Hayden's calling you over, and also you've got a really long trip, as you mentioned, to Lowestoft, so you need to go get some sleep. But thanks very much for speaking to us, Mick.
Yeah, thank you.
Better set off now.
I'm pleased to say that we're going to be joined by Gavin Rose. Brilliant night for you, and you must have been really pleased.
It's a tough place to come. They make it hard for you. They play good football. We had to be concentrated for the whole game. I thought you feel like you're in the ascendancy, and they get a goal, and you start mentally thinking, "Wow, is it going to be one of them nights?" Character that we showed to get back in. We didn't panic, and I thought that was pleasing today.
The way you went forward and the goals you've got throughout that forward line must give you a lot of confidence.
I think in recent seasons we've been a bit light in terms of forwards. We've probably had one or two, and then not really had much in terms of backup. And this year we really heavily thought, there's injuries, there's loss of form. We wanted to make sure we had strength and depth. Players respect each other. They know that each of them are good forwards, so it's good for us that we've got that sort of competition. They know that they're valued when they do play or if they don't play, and that's a lot of work probably for me and the coaching team to keep everyone happy. It's one thing wanting good players, but it's another thing managing them, and at the moment we've got good guys.